Hi, I'm Christian. Welcome back to another On the Road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. Today we're working on a GE top-load washing machine. We're going to be replacing the inlet water valve. The reason is because the customer is complaining that it's happened on several occasions where they don't use the washer overnight, and when they come to use it the next morning, there's a few inches of water in the bottom. So the tools you will need to complete this repair are a 1/4-inch nut driver and a pair of adjustable pliers. To begin the repair, we're first going to remove the 4 1/4-inch screws. There's 3 1/4-inch screws that secure the actual control panel into place, so we'll go ahead and remove those. Now we do have the water shut off and the power disconnected. Just making note. So once the screws have been removed, we'll tilt the top of the control panel towards us, and then we'll slide it to the right and finish tilting it back. We'll lay it here on the front, and now we have the actual components inside the control panel exposed. Next step is to disconnect both water lines that come to the washer. We're gonna place a rag underneath so we can catch any spillage, we'll say. Just gonna start them, and then once they're pretty loose, I'll use my hand to unscrew them the rest of the way. And we'll do the same for the hot water. The next step is to disconnect both wire connections that go to them. They're spade terminals, so we're gonna pull straight off. When you're disconnecting them, be careful because this sheet metal in the back is very sharp and it's very easy to cut yourself. Next step we'll do is we'll remove the 1/4-inch screw that secures the actual valve in place. At this time, we can now, oh, there's 2 of them. The other one's hidden by the pressure switch. So now we can take a hold of the water valve and push the back of the water valve through the slots. We'll place our towel here under the valve so we can disconnect the hose clamp and the hose from the valve. So once the clamp is off, we can go ahead and twist the valve a little bit to loosen that clamp, and then start pulling on the hose to get it off the valve, just like so. We'll set the old valve aside. Now that we have our new water valve, let's install it. So the first thing of the installation is to, of course, hook up the hose to the valve. So we're gonna push it straight on until it's flush with the block. Once it's flush, using the pair of pliers from earlier, we will go ahead and squeeze the clamp and place it over the closest part to the actual valve. Just like that. Next, we can go ahead and line up the back of the valve through the slots in the back. Push it through, line up the rest of the valve with the screw holes, and then re-secure the valve with the 2 1/4-inch screws we removed earlier. Turn down your torque. You don't want to, we'll say, strip or break the actual valve. Next, we'll go ahead and reconnect the Molex connectors or the spade terminals. We're going to line them up on the valve and then push them straight on. Now remember, the hot water, which is red, goes on the left side, and then the cold water, which is blue, goes on the right. The next step is to line up the tabs for the control panel in their slots, and then slide it to the left. We'll tilt it back, line up the screw holes, and then re-secure the control panel with the 3 1/4-inch screws we removed earlier. Next, we can reinstall the 2 water lines to the washer and then check for leaks. The hot water hose goes on the right side, and then the cold water goes on the left. We've turned on the water, we've checked for leaks, there's no leaks. We can go ahead and test the operation of the unit, and this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality in-home repair video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.